Matt Muehlebach, Kevin Calabro, and excited, delighted to have you with us here tonight.
Yeah, the guy they call B, he is back, and I really thought he was the biggest storyline of the season coming in. Could he come back? The foot injury against Cal, you look at his length, his ability to rebound, but also play D, stretch the floor offensively. I love this lineup. Sean Miller has gone really small. You put Anderson at the 5, Tollefson at the 4. You're really then guards there on out, and then you can really run. You can also spread teams out. You can switch screens and switch that one right there, but it gives them more flexibility on both sides.
Coach, you're up 16, but you talked in shoot-around a lot about concentration and the details and those things. How do you feel you guys are right now in the first half?
Struggling with the altitude is Matt Muehlebach.
Hey, they say that fatigue makes cowards of us all. And what it does also is it fatigues your leg here in altitude. And if you don't use your legs for a jump shot, it becomes an all-arm jump shot. And you start shooting on the way down, your arc is bad, and you lose consistency. The key then is use your legs as the explosion point, the energy point. Then you'll shoot it on the way up. You'll have better arc, something like this. Not exactly Klay Thompson, but it'll do.
It was, we were just like, it was just so funny because I looked at one of the Oregon State players and he 100% looked right at us.
I don't know if you remember, years ago in Vegas, I was with my buddy Steve Kerr.
Oh, yeah.
And we were hanging around and your posse came down and you said, hey, I want to bring these guys up and shoot some hoops.
Yeah, and Steve Kerr taught me how to shoot free throws.
And he taught you how to shoot free throws.
And are you speaking to the traditional kind of low post pivot?
Yes, yeah, get him inside. Brian Williams, a better athlete, could dunk either hand, would kill you.
You know who was also really good in the low block here was the late Michael Wright. He was terrific in the low post.
That's a great call. Great call. As good as anybody, especially for being, what, 6'6", maybe?
Yeah, I think you got to foul him somewhere between about 3 and 10 seconds. If it's more than 10, you don't foul him. If it's less than 3, you don't foul him. And again, he just didn't know what to do right there. Not sure how to react in that situation. And that's the thing. I just don't think enough teams practice it. I'm with you, KO. I've seen one guy do it. I saw it about 10 years ago. Kobe Bryant made the first, intentionally missed the second, came in, got the rebound, and tied the game.
Arizona doesn't have a lot of guys that really go off the ball, so if you get it inside, that creates the double team, and then the space for Parker Jackson Cartwright, who has not been shooting it well, so a huge confidence boost for him.
Yeah. And of course, confidence with Don McLean was probably his greatest asset.
Right, off the charts. Maybe the first stretch 4. I mean, that kind of the initial pioneer of the stretch. He didn't stretch it all the way to 3, but he was right there at 17, 18. One reason DeLon Wright is having an all Pac-12 season this year is ironically because one of his weaknesses. That weakness, he has not really developed that three-point shot like his brother Darrell in the NBA for the Portland Trail Blazers. But because of that, teams have been playing off of him, and I think that helps him succeed. I like what NAU runs. They open it up. What they're trying to do is drive and kick, and if they don't drive and kick, they want to get right to the rim. And it was interesting, we were talking about Don McLean in that mid-range game. That mid-range game is kind of gone now. I mean, it's go to the rim or shoot a 3. But I don't think McConnell gets as much, and a nice lefty, I don't think he gets as much credit for he gets credit for his defense, but his ability to steal the basketball. And you look, last year, Nick Johnson was as good as anyone in the country on ball defense. TJ McConnell, he had 21 more steals than Nick Johnson, so he's got a great ability to take it from the other team.
Joey Brackets, all the pundits out there. I know I'm
talk to him.
I'm
Matt,
not a
give
PhD.
him a plea.
I was a political science major. That doesn't do you anything.
Preach.
But
Preach,
come on, man. UCLA is a tournament team. Tell me there are 36 teams better than that team, right?
I agree.
Seriously.
I agree.
Norman Powell, one of the great players in the conference. You got Alford. You got big guys up front. Looney was, I thought, just defensively really good.
A menace.
That's a tournament team. Like I said, UCLA Nation, I'm sorry to tell you, I don't know if the pundits will put them in. They deserve to be in.
And there's the turnovers right there. And most of these turnovers that Arizona comes up with, it's interesting, they are 3rd in the nation in teams not taking the ball away from them. So they don't give it up as much as it's it's their own error. You know, it's unforced errors. We saw one right there.
Yeah, and those are correctable errors.
Well, it's interesting because Utah has not played Oregon State yet, and a lot of these teams get their first look, and then on the second look, they kind of figure the zone out. So I think the key tonight, Utah can't turn it over. We saw a couple early. They led to buckets on the other side, and then you look at getting to the line. Utah has to get to the line. When they don't get to the line, Spiro, they have a way of losing games.
The other thing that Utah likes to do is they love to bring a ball screen. You look at the defender so far in the lane, then DeLon Wright can take one dribble and he's already down to the block. And he loves to finish oversized. Most point guards can't finish oversized, not DeLon Wright. He gets up, he loves the pet move where he can shoot that little running hook shot, almost a flip shot at the rim. The last move that he loves, his favorite player, Dwayne Wade, does it, and it's the Euro step. He can drive down here. You think he's going with the hook shot here, and then boom, the Euro step to the rim. He can use the rim as a protection, as a defender, and that's why DeLon Wright is leading the Pac-12 in field goal percentage this year.